Before we begin, I want to take a moment to tell you what these Friday episodes are and what they're not. These aren't recaps, they're not summaries, and they're not here to give you more to do. These episodes exist because insight doesn't always land cleanly, and sometimes something resonates and also unsettles you. Sometimes clarity brings relief and grief, and Friday reflections are a place to slow that down. To let what you heard earlier in the week settle, and not just in your mind, but in your body. You don't need to listen perfectly, you don't need to take notes, and you don't have to figure anything out for now. This is just a small pause, a place to breathe, a place to stay with yourself while you're changing. Remember, there's no urgency fixing, just noticing. Before we begin, let's take a breath together. If you're still waiting to feel confident, certain, or fully ready after this week's episode, let's pause here together, because this is often the moment people misinterpret. Here's what I think was really happening underneath this week's conversation. For women who've built their lives on competence, the idea of starting before readiness can feel unsettling, because we were taught that clarity comes first, that you figure it out, then you act, that responsible people don't begin until they're sure. But reinvention doesn't usually work that way. Readiness doesn't arrive before action. It follows action. So if you're waiting to feel ready before you begin, that doesn't mean you're cautious or thoughtful. It often just means you're waiting for a feeling that comes later. What comes first isn't confidence. It's willingness. Willingness to try. Willingness to wobble. Willingness to begin without guarantees. Here's the anchor for this week. You don't need bravery and confidence. You need permission to be willing. Willing to start. Willing to be imperfect. Willing to be new at something again. That is enough. And if it feels gentle to do so, you might sit with this question over the weekend. Where have I been waiting for readiness? What would it feel like to loosen that requirement? You don't need to answer it. You don't need to act on it. Just notice what comes up. There's no pressure to be brave this weekend. No urgency to decide. Just notice where readiness has become a rule, and let that noticing be enough. No urgency, no fixing, just noticing. I'll meet you back here Tuesday. This is The Joy Shift with Kylie Suarez. Okay, here's what I have to say to make the lawyers happy. The Joy Shift podcast with Kylie Suarez shares my personal views and the experiences of my guests. It's meant for inspiration and conversation, not medical, psychological, or financial advice. Everyone's situation is different. Before making any big changes in your life, talk with your healthcare provider, mental health team, financial advisor, or another qualified professional. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Always choose what's right for you.